Yes, just 2 weeks until the NBA playoffs. And here's what we know. So far, the Thunder, the Spurs, the Pistons, and Celtics have clinched their playoff spots. Then we know the next group of teams that'll be part of the postseason. And if your team is in that last column there, well, we're looking at ping pong balls. Sunday saw a matchup between two of the top 6 teams in the league when the Knicks traveled to take on Shea and the Thunder. Let's get into that. Shea and company getting ready to take on the Knicks early in the first. SGA
have to get by you.
Look at that move. Oh, under a minute left here in the first. Snaking through the defense, gets his own board.
It's like playing with your little brother. Just the way he approaches the game, so slow, so smooth. Yes.
Seen it all.
And then J-Dub gets in the act.
He was animated, yes.
Yeah, it's good for him to start getting his rhythm back.
He was really animated. I like that.
Now Jalen Brunson on the reload here for 3. Early in the third, J-Dub gets the loose ball, and watch
I gotta
this.
get by you. I have to get by you.
Oh, that's
so fast.
That's nuts.
My hamstring.
He's not even that.
Look at the high hand.
Like, he's laughing. He's fast, but he's not. If we saw that from De'Aaron Fox, you would understand.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful move there by Brunson on Dort. Next play. Here comes SGA in clutch time. Count up the points here from the elbow.
It's called SGA time. It's not called clutch time. It's
Okay.
called SGA time.
Shea
I'm with you.
Butter.
Here's Shea
I have to get by you.
into the paint. Left-hand layup. Following that, steps into a 3.
Listen here, man.
Okay.
So that's 7 points. But wait, he's not done yet.
Why we get
Watch this pass.
Basketball.
To Chet, finishes it off. After the game, Mike Brown not happy with the officiating.
It was a hard-fought ball game. The thing that I was most disappointed in was the amount of energy that we expended on the officials. They shot 38 free throws. Were all of them legit? I don't know. I know some of them were because we reached. And you can't reach versus this team because the team does a fantastic job starting with SGA and getting the officials to think that a foul has occurred. Their gamesmanship is off the charts.
So Mike Brown picked up his second technical this season. Both have been against the Thunder, by the way. SGA is the reigning league MVP and angling for another, but what's really stood out for him this year is clutch time, or as RJ said, Shea time. SGA time he's been the king of the fourth quarter here, leading the league in clutch scoring, and has the Thunder on the brink of another 60-win season. All right, welcome in here to the studio. I'm in for Malika Andrews. I'm George Sedano, alongside a couple of champions here, Richard Jefferson, Iman Shumpert, and, of course, Kendrick Perkins. So, Perk, I got to ask you this, all right? Let's start here with the Knicks. And their defense couldn't slow down SGA, and they scored only 30 points in the paint. How concerned are you about New York right now? And he's not here. So how concerned are you?
I'm more concerned with Big Perk. I'm going to be really, really honest. If we're talking about, I'm concerned about the Knicks because, one, when you look at the way that Karl-Anthony Towns is playing, he had a great stretch. The last 2 losses that they had, I think it was 15, 17 points. I'm not concerned about a loss at Oklahoma City on the road against the defending champs. They're in the game. Their record above 500 teams, that's what you're more concerned about. It's great that you can handle the team that you're supposed to, but we judge you the same way you should judge yourself. And in that moment, if you're not beating any of the teams that are considered on your caliber, that's where it's concerning. But are they fine? Is there more time for them to continue to improve? Yes.
Yeah, I see a lot of room for improvement as well.
Sure.
I just expected them to be further along at this point in the season, especially when you're saying the teams above 500. When you have a time like this where you can get a win on the road against the SGA and the Thunder, somebody that we could really add to the catalog and make everybody feel confident, I feel like they let something slip away, and I feel like they have to look at their bench and say, why are we not getting any production out of that?
And here's the thing. When your owner, Perk, goes on sports radio and says that the goal is to absolutely get to the finals this year after getting to the conference finals, there's some real pressure on this team to beat good teams.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how much time do they need or do they have time to improve. We're less than 10 games left before the real stuff kick off in the postseason, and I'm looking at this Knicks squad, and I got real legit concerns about them. They could possibly be a first-round exit. They have identity crisis. I'm watching a team full of veterans that just went to the conference finals last year, not be stars in their role and not know their identity on both sides of the floor. In my opinion, they play agenda basketball offensively. My turn, your turn, let me search for my shot, let me get my opportunity. It's too many times that I'm watching a Mikal Bridges or a Josh Hart dribble the ball up and initiate the offense. Defensively, we don't know who they are. They supposed to have two of the best two-way players in the game right now. We're not on television, or we're not seeing that from Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. And when I look at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, that's 6 through 8, 6, 7, 8, they could possibly see Philadelphia. They could possibly look at Philadelphia. And we know how Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey and Paul George have been looking.
All right, interesting there for sure. Now, Imam, what do you think about the Thunder? How do they continue to impress you?
They're impressing me by doing the same thing over and over, and everybody else is sick of seeing it. They are doing the exact same thing they were doing when the season kicked off. We're going to defend for 48 minutes. We're going to make sure that you have to use your bench. And then at the end of the game, we're going to say, hey, here you go, SGA, take us home, if we need that. He didn't have to play a lot of fourth quarters. But when you look at that it's the same DNA, it's the same game plan every time. They make you adjust to them. They are not adjusting to you. They take the offense to you. They got other guys coming back, finally getting healthy. I think people are just bored of seeing winning done. The way they're doing it, because they're doing it the same way over and over. It's the same thing we watched when we were watching Boston play.
Boston, but even go back in time, you watch San Antonio.
Yeah.
For 20 years, they did the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And they were considered boring.
And they were considered boring.
Yeah.
And it was consistent. And it was Tim Duncan. And it was, guys that stayed within the framework. Everyone started in their roles. Manu, he was one of the best players in the world. He might start. He might come off the bench. You don't know. It's basically whatever they were doing. So when I look at boring is great. Don't ever get tired of winning. They have a formula, and even when you see guys out, they have established such an outstanding bench that these guys are plug and play ready, and it's just such a seamless transition when they're all healthy.
All right, next up, Tatum takeover was on full display in the Buzz City. Here's how he stung the Hornets yesterday.
This is ridiculous.
You're going to see a theme here. Early in the first quarter, no Jaylen Brown. Tatum goes to work into the paint.
He's back.
Yep.
He's back.
A little rhythm.
But here comes
A little confidence.
a barrage of threes.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
That's one. Hold on. We're not done yet.
Get the looking down at the
When you
hands.
start hearing that saxophone play.
Oh, Lord.
When you start hearing that saxophone
He
play.
start looking, he don't know which hand to do
Yeah,
it
you
with.
left, right?
Oh.
You notice how you
Oh.
defenders.
You notice how all of them going in the same way?
Uh-huh.
Let's get used to the splash.
Yeah.
Youngest Celtics player to score 14,000. Now in the post, he goes to work on the fadeaway.
That's when you know you're getting it, starting to feel good.
Yeah, look, even
Talking
he's
to
shaking
the
his head. It's
crowd.
like, I didn't have that before I left.
Bullies his way into the paint there.
That's what I said. He just has to keep trusting himself, man. I think he's getting that confidence. He's going to get an extra little kick out of his legs coming in the postseason. This is going to be good to watch.
A contested three on Bridges. Here's Missoula after the game.
32-5.
He did a good job just getting to the spot that he wanted. Saw a bunch of different coverages tonight. He was able to kind of diagnose those. He played against drop, played against switching, played against the double team. I thought he made the right play when it was necessary. Tonight, only 5 rebounds, so we got to get better at that. But I thought he did a great job, on the offensive end, just diagnosing the different coverages and making the play that was necessary.
You gotta love him.
You guys love Joe Missoula.
Oh, yeah, he's like 32-8. He's like, he had 5 rebounds, so we're going to have to improve on that. No, I love you, bro. I love you.
Tatum has been slowly working his way into form after returning from the torn Achilles just 10 months ago. Sunday was his best effort yet, and starting to see him play with that familiar bounce with a season-high 32. And then there was Jaylen Brown tweeting this, 50 wins in a gap year.
Perspective.
Hey.
So that's their 5th straight 50-win season, Perk, including the last 4 under Joe Missoula. So what's the message the Celtics are sending here?
Well, that game right there was the biggest message sent across the league this past weekend, was that, hey, we're here and we're the favorites to win the Eastern Conference. No Derek White, no Jaylen Brown, going against a tough Hornets team on their home floor, and you go in there, not only did JT have that 32-piece wing dinner all flats, but Peyton Pritchard, another champion, he had 25-plus points, and then you hold them to under 99 points, under 100 points. See, here's the thing. The reality is we always praise their offense in the Joe Mazzulla system, but this is a top 5 defensive team in the NBA with the most championship experience in the Eastern Conference. So when I see them go in there and get a win like they did without 2 of their best defensive players in Jaylen Brown and Derek White, it sends a message to the rest of the league, the strongest message, that we here and we're standing on business. While all other teams in the East are trying to figure it out, while they're trying to get healthy, no, we're healthy, and our guy Jason Tatum has his legs back, and we ready to go to war.
RJ?
Look, I'm going to go to Joe Mazzulla, and I'm going to look at all the good, and I'm going to find the 5 rebounds, and I want more. I'm not going to say that the Celtics, as good as the Celtics have been, I'm not going to say a win over a Charlotte team that has no playoff players, that has no guys that have really been through that fight. I'm not going to say this was a message, especially over the entire weekend. I look at what OKC did with the Knicks coming in again. So I would look at it. We're looking at games that had messages. I appreciate it. The Celtics don't get to beat Charlotte and say, see, we're here right now.
Hold on, RJ. Hold on.
That's why Charlotte is good.
RJ, listen. If the bus go by, I'm standing on the corner and I miss it, just let me know. Because I missed that part where Charlotte is not to be looked at like they're on a hot streak 1.
Yes.
They're on a hot streak 1. But when you can deal with the guard play of a Charlotte, that's what Perk's talking about, where you say defensively they're not getting enough credit, but they're doing it. I say it's a statement win because the MVP is not there. We don't talk about it enough,
One
but
of the MVP.
I get it. I'm saying they're MVP.
Agreed.
I'm not.
Agreed.
I think the MVP was over there dancing on the Knicks. But I didn't like to watch it, but it was happening. You see what I'm saying?
No, but the part that I'm trying to say is this. Charlotte is a very good team. But that is not a message statement for the Boston Celtics that have had 5 50-win seasons, won a championship, won a finals. Beating Charlotte is not the we're here. I know you're talking about defensive.
And
That's not a barometer, is what you're saying.
That's what I thank you. Thank you for interpreting
Derek
what I'm
White
saying.
and Jaylen Brown.
Yes. Look at
And a recovering Tatum.
Yeah. Well,
Jason
He's
Tatum?
recovering.
He's still recovering. Forget Perk.
Let Perk get in there.
Okay.
You see him back now with the hands on the hips. Man, he just got back.
I'm saying it was to me, it was the strongest message of the weekend.
Yeah,
that was
too.
a
I
agree
real
with you, Perk.
statement
I
win.
thought OKC's
That's all I
against the
said.
Knicks was the strongest.
God, I wish both of you were in here.
A struggling
Yeah,
Knicks
yeah,
team that
I'm
haven't beat a
used to it at
team
this
over
point.
500
You're not used to
since
it
the
for
month
Boston?
of Neverwhere.
No.
Perk, can we
Not
teleport
without
you in
Jaylen
here
Brown.
to be in here with RJ?
Not without
I'm
Jaylen
good.
Brown.
They did it without Kyrie.
All right, we got to go. All right, last night in Toronto wasn't an